to the Leisure Village West adult, 55-year-old adult community, and I was, my wife and I were there for about 25 years, something like that.
So you were on
I retired when I was 64, so I was there about 24, 25 years, 27 years. I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't keeping count,
I understand.
but in that neighborhood. And when I was there, I was pretty active. Uh, One of the things I did, which I enjoyed doing, was I, every month at the Italian club meetings, I belonged to the Italian club there, and in one year I was president of the club, and I called together a team of some of the better people in the place, and I asked them their opinions about what I could do to make the better operation, presidency, when I was president. And this guy said to me, he says, you know what you could do? He says, you could bring bring the information to the Italian people that were coming to the Italian club, the information about how their parents and grandparents and so on, and parents before that, so that you could find out what they experienced in coming to America for the first time, and what they experienced progressively. And that really rang a bell with me, and I did that very same thing every month for 14 years. Every month, I would research this information that we're talking about, and present at the meeting. We had a meeting every month, so I used to get up every month and tell them what I experienced, what I found in my research. I used to write it up and present it. And then I fell. I got together with three of the people there that I got to know pretty well, and we played this old-fashioned Italian card game. They happen to be Italian also, from the club, and we used to play briscola. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
I'm not familiar with that.
It's strictly. I remember watching my father play it when I was young, and they did the same thing, kind of thing. And so we got together. We used to play every week, and we had a lot of fun. And so when I fell, I broke this part of my arm, this part only, this arm, this
Gotcha.
part.
Is it the fibula?
Yeah, well, I don't know. They have a word for it. I forgot. They told me what it was. I forgot what it was. But it's just this part of the arm only. And so I went to physical training therapy for that, and and it got better. Look, this is the arm. This is, I could do anything I want with it now. So
Healed up pretty well.
yeah, it healed up very, very well. It took me about 3 months or so, and it did pretty well. So so that was interesting, And I was happy to have that corrected, and I made a lot of friends down there in that place. And then, unfortunately, this fellow was driving me home, and I got out of his car. I was sitting in the passenger side of the driver was driving, and I was sitting alongside him. And I got out of the car when he got to my home, and he parked about this far apart from the curb, because he knew that I would have to. It was about 10:30 at night, something like that. So so I got out of the car, and he made sure I had plenty of room to get over the curb, and I did. But as soon as I got over the curb, all of a sudden I fell. And that's when I broke this part of the arm. And that's when I had to go to the therapy and all the rest of it. And the guys were great. They were great with me. So I had a good relationship with these guys. We had a lot of fun together. And I don't know what else you might want. Oh, I also became a Grand Knight of the Knights of Columbus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Grand Knight.
Grand Knight, yeah, I was Grand Knight.
That's a huge honor.
Yes, it's a huge honor, and it's quite a nice responsibility, and we had fun with it.
How did you achieve the honor? How did you become Grand Knight?
They voted me in.
Okay.
They voted me in.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And they liked me. And I guess I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, you seem like a likable gentleman, so I believe it.
Well, that's exactly what happened.
Gotcha.
So I was with, and then my wife died about 6 years ago. It'll be 6 years in June that she'll die. And so I was alone. I have 4 children, and all of them were far away from where I was living. I was living, as I told you, in Madison, New Jersey.
Right.
And so I felt. So I was taking care of everything myself. I was doing the inside work. I was cooking. I was outside doing the clipping of the shrubs, the shrubbery, and so on. I was doing it all because she died, and my children were far away. I had one child was living in Maryland, another child was living in Delaware, and the other 2 were living back on Long Island, where I came from. And I was in Jersey. So so when I fell a second time, I was on the floor in the kitchen for 3 hours, unable to reach anybody because I did a stupid thing. I didn't take stuff with me, my cell phone and so on, to call people. So I'm trying to get up. I couldn't get up for 3 hours. And the harder I tried, the worse it got because I lost energy as I was doing it. So it was no fun until a girl came to the door, and she was from the phys ed people.
Oh, okay, the physical therapy.
Yes, and we were kind of winding it down by that time.
Oh.
And I was lucky that way. So she came in and she she saw me in my condition, and she got help for me to get somebody to help me get up. So when my children found out about this, they said, "You can't stay here anymore."
Mm.
He says, "We're worried. We care about you. We don't want you to fall and not being able to reach people and to help you and so on." So that's what happened. And at that point, before that, I said, no, I want to stay right here. I enjoyed the people in my court, my courtyard people. I had good relationship with them, and I was having fun with my card player people, and I didn't want to leave. I liked it. Leave me alone. So, but when this happened, I no longer had a leg to stand on.
Mm.
Anyway, he said, we're worried about you. We love you and all this type of thing. And we don't want to see you
Yeah, they don't
get
want
hurt.
anything happen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what happened there. And that's why I'm here. Because I fell the second time, and you can't. So that's why I'm here. That's why I didn't want to go. My son did this.
Mm.
He says, "I'm going to go check this out."
Yeah.
He went to about 5 or 6 different places. He came here and he said he liked this place, and he said, "I just want you to see this." I said, you know, but at that point I had to say yes. I'll go at least see it. And when I saw it, I enjoyed it. I liked it. And I asked this girl, Tina Curran is the one that I saw first. And she brought me down to the basement here. She said, "This is where most of the activity takes place." And so I did. I came, and I asked this girl, "Are there a lot of Italian Americans here?" Because what I had in my mind is I I had this whole book worth of highlights of of stories about people that came to this country when many years ago, and I wanted everybody to know what was going on and what happened. I had the book now, right upstairs. Right now, I still have it. But my son, he's funny. He's funny. He takes the bull by the horns, and he took all my highlights, and he made a book out of it. The book is about this thick. If you think about it, 14 years, and every month there was another highlight. So anyway, that's I don't know. I still do it. So now I do it right here, and they love it. They love it. The people love it. And Mezzi told me. She says, when you talk, when it's your turn. By the way, I go every third Tuesday of the month. It's my turn. So she says, when you talk, you get the biggest attendance, because they enjoy what you say. And by the way, I didn't tell you when I asked this girl, are there a lot of Italian Americans here? She says, yeah, they are. I said, geez, perfect. I, I had done all that work, and now it's going to go down the drain because I was already doing a double now in the old place, and all the people in the old place were new now because they either died or they went to live with their parents or their children, I should say. and so I was it was like doing it all, and now I had already done all the research. It was a lot of work to do the research and putting it all together every month, every month, every month. I didn't mind doing it because I enjoyed it myself. I was anxious to see what what I could find out
Mm.
about what these people experience. So anyway, that's what happened. Yeah, so that's basically it. And I did other things. I did other things. I not only was president of the Italian Club, I was grand night, and even when I come here, people seem to like me. I don't know. I have a thing with people. They like me. Well, I don't know why. I want to tell you a little story in that regard.
All right.
But when I was in high school,
Mhm.
every 6 months they would vote for a president of the class.
Okay.
And so for about six of the eight times that I was there,
Mhm.
that I was qualified to enter the vote, I would be elected. They liked me. I don't know why. It's just one of those things. Anyway,
It's just
so
one of those things.
now I didn't know what I really wanted to do. I didn't want to be a lawyer. I didn't want to be anything. I didn't have anything special. I didn't. So with that, I said to myself, "What do you think I should do to earn a living when I have a family?"
Mhm.
I said, I better go into sales. I'm good with people. I found out.
Mhm.
I did. That's exactly what happened. So that I didn't tell you that part.
That's okay.
But that's exactly what happened. And there's other stuff. I mean,
Of course.
I don't want to hold you back. I don't want to.
Oh no, this is very good material.
I hope so. I hope it helps. Whatever
It
you. I
certainly
don't know what
does.
you're really trying to
No, it
do,
does.
but whatever it is, it's good. It sounds like it's a good thing,
Amen. Thank you.
yeah, I like that.
Thank you very
I
much.
like that.
We appreciate your blessing.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
your. She says I want you to go.
Yes,
Messy.
Mezzi speaks very highly of you.
She does. She does.
She does.
Yeah, she likes me too. Even I swear to God, I don't try to do that purposely.
Mhm. It just
It
happens.
just happens. I don't know why.
You just have a warm personality.
I blame it on my mother, my father. Who the hell knows? I don't know. I'm not gonna blame it. Oh, by the way,
Mhm.
my brother is a priest.
Oh wow.
He's a priest, and he is exactly
Mhm.
1 year older than I am.
Oh wow.
So we grew up together,
Mhm.
and we used to do everything together when we were kids. We went to Coney Island together.
Mm.
It was such fun. I had such a great. And another one more thing. My mother
Mhm.
really didn't want to get married at first. She didn't. She had 6 or 7 different sisters,
Mm.
and she was the second of the 7
Okay.
sisters, and two boys came later. Well, so I said, no, what am I going to do? So my mother said she didn't want to become married. She wanted to become a nun. Okay, she wanted to
Mm.
become a nun. So now what? my my father liked us. They were matched. In those days they were matched.
Okay. Like an arranged marriage?
Yeah, it was like an arrangement,
Okay.
and their families were close from Bari, Italy, from where they came from in Italy. And and so the third daughter wanted to get married.
Mhm.
The first daughter got married, no problem. So now it's my mother's turn to get married.
Mhm.
And she didn't want to get married. She wanted to become a nun. So now what? So her father said to her, "What do you want to? What can I do to convince you to get married so the rest of his daughters can
Can
get
get
married?"
married next, yes.
That was the tradition at the time. That tradition is gone.
Oh,
You know, but at that time it was valid.
right.
So, so anyway, this is what happened. She said to him, "Look," she said, "look, I'll only get married if you buy me a great big nice statue of the Blessed Mother." She was very religious, as you can imagine. She influenced my brother into becoming a priest and so on. It was that kind of thing. It was involved.
All right.
So he's a priest to this day. He's like the oldest priest in his parish there. They were, I'm 92
Oh, God
and
bless you.
he is 93. His birthday is January 24th. My birthday is January 23rd the following year.
Wow.
So we're exactly a year apart.
Just
So
a
we
bit.
grew up together. In fact, to this day, my brother calls me every morning to see how I'm doing, and that way I see how he's doing, you know.
Right.
And he's been a priest now for over about 68, 70 years, something like that. And he's done so much good over the years. He's been terrific. And so I get some of that from him too. He's a good guy. And so I guess my mother and father did well for us.
It seems like they did.
Yeah. So my sister finally came. You know, by the way,
Mm.
we my brother came first, then me, then my brother Philip, then finally my sister came. Thank God she came because if she didn't come, I've got to show you this. Where-
You're looking for
Oh yeah, I need that.
Cell phone?
Yeah, no, I just need that thing. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So my mother, when after she had three boys,
Mhm.
she says she wants a girl. So guess what? She made me a girl. What? I'm going to show you this picture if I can find this stupid thing.
All right. I want to see that.
Yeah.
She made you a girl. Wow.
She made me a girl. Would you believe this? You should see my brother and myself together, and she went to a studio, and this was during the Depression.
The 1940s.
Yeah, I was born in 1931,
Oh, wow.
so you can imagine.
The height of World War II.
Uh, I have a great family too. I have to tell you about my family.
Absolutely.
They're amazing. Um, by the way, this. Uh, Hello. Who is this? Yeah, who is this? Who? Oh, Regina. It's my daughter, my oldest daughter, Regina. Regina, I'm in a meeting right now, darling. I called you? Oh, see, I pushed the wrong, I pushed the wrong button. I, I'll talk to you later, darling. Bye bye. She's a nurse. She's been a nurse at Johns Hopkins for 35 years.
Wow. I love that hospital.
Yeah,
They
it's a
do a
great
lot of good
hospital.
work.
Do you know a lot about that hospital?
I know a little, yeah.
Did you know the black guy that was a great uh, he was a great surgeon.
Okay, yes.
He
Yes.
became later on. He went into politics.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
God, you know what? I
You
can't
know what I'm
remember.
talking
But I
about?
know what you're talking about. But his name,
Yes.
it's,
Well, anyway, he operated on me
oh, wow.
to do this job because my daughter was there, so she knew this guy very well.
Wow.
And see this eye?
Yeah.
I can't see anything out of it. I can't see out of this
Oh,
eye.
wow.
If I do this,
You can't see.
everything's a blur. Blur. I
Was
only
it
see out of this eye,
cataracts?
huh?
Was it cataracts?
No,
No.
nothing. I had trigeminal neuralgia. I don't know if you
Oh.
see trigeminal neuralgia. So he operated on me. He had to do it 3 times.
Mm.
And the third time he went in a little too deep because it wasn't working the first 2 times. So he went a little deeper than, as it turns out, that it worked. So I can't see out of his eye anymore for that reason. But I don't blame him. He was trying to do the best he could for me. He was a great surgeon, by the way. He had a great reputation. You know that. And my
100%.
daughter got him, for me. Anyway, so that's. I just want you to know that little bit. Oh yeah, I'm going to
But
show
we
you.
want to see how your mother made you a girl.
Yes, that's it. I,
I'm very interested in seeing that.
I don't want to hold you either. I know you got other people they want to talk to.
It's all right.
These damn things, they drive me nuts. I should do this in advance.
That's all
I don't want to. I'll show you another time.
right. All right.
I,
No
I don't
problem.
want. I don't want to. These things are annoying, because sometimes they do one thing and then another time you do the same thing and it doesn't work. So
They're a little too sensitive.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I do.
So I don't want to hold you up just
No
for
problem.
this. I'll show you another time. I have this in here.
All right. Well, if you find it later, we'll be here.
Okay, I'll show it to you later. When I'm outside.
Yeah.
I'll try to get it.
Sounds
And then
good.
when I get it, I'm going to hold it. Don't work. Okay. What else do you want to know?
Anything?
No, that's it.
So we're covered.
We're definitely covered.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
First of all, what am I supposed to do? What is this all about? Can you tell me?
Sure. Chris?
It's your
The
job.
goal is to basically bridge the gap between older generations and newer generations, trying to make it so that way we can learn from the experiences of those who've been through things in the